Marcus's mornings used to start with the jarring sound of the alarm blaring, a rude awakening that signaled the beginning of a chaotic day. It was a sound he dreaded, a constant reminder of the responsibilities and pressures that awaited him. Snooze after snooze became his default response, a desperate attempt to cling to the last vestiges of sleep. Each press of the snooze button only prolonged the inevitable, trapping him in a cycle of grogginess and exhaustion. He'd instinctively reach for his phone, a reflex honed by years of habit. He would immediately start letting the flood of notifications and the often negative news headlines dictate his mood and set the tone for the rest of the day. The world's problems would become his problems before he even had a chance to fully wake up. His day began in reaction to external stimuli, always feeling behind schedule, always scrambling to catch up with the demands of the day. He was constantly playing defense, never truly in control of his own time or energy. But then, Marcus experienced a moment of clarity, a turning point that led him to make a small but significant change. He decided to set his alarm just 15 minutes earlier than usual, and crucially he consciously resisted the almost overwhelming urge to immediately check his phone. Instead, he sat quietly on the edge of his bed, took a few slow, deep breaths, and deliberately chose one thing to focus on and accomplish for the day ahead. That single, seemingly insignificant act shifted everything in his perspective. He started each day with intention and purpose, rather than simply reacting to the demands and distractions around him. The difference was subtle at first, but incredibly powerful over time, a ripple effect that positively changed how he handled distractions, setbacks, and unexpected challenges throughout the day. Now, whenever his mind wandered or he felt overwhelmed, he consciously returned to his morning intention, using it as an anchor to ground himself. The guiding question became, what did I decide was truly important to accomplish today? His days began to feel less frantic and chaotic and much more deliberate and meaningful. The world around him was still just as noisy and demanding as ever, but Marcus himself was now anchored to his intention. He learned through experience that the first few precious moments of the day have the power to set the tone and trajectory for everything that follows. By consciously winning those first few minutes each morning, he gave himself a much better chance to win the entire day. The stark contrast between his old, reactive mornings and his new, intentional mornings was the difference between aimlessly drifting along and consciously steering his own ship. And it all began with a simple yet profound intentional choice to take control of his morning. So, the question remains, which kind of morning will you choose to create for yourself? Will it be one of reaction or one of intention? We often find ourselves waiting for those monumental, life-altering moments to spark change within us. We anticipate grand gestures and significant events to redefine our paths. But the truth is, real and lasting transformation doesn't usually arrive in a single dramatic event. It emerges gradually, nurtured by the accumulation of small daily choices. These seemingly insignificant decisions, repeated consistently, are the true architects of change. One intentional morning filled with mindful choices blossoms into a week of positive actions. That week then stretches into a month, and before you know it, a year has passed, marked by consistent progress and growth. Over time, these tiny habits, like seeds planted in fertile ground, compound and flourish, shaping not only your daily routines but also the very essence of who you become. They mold your character, influence your decisions, and ultimately define your destiny. Imagine your life as a magnificent sculpture, a work of art in progress. Each morning you pick up the chisel, ready to shape and refine your masterpiece. Reactivity is random and impulsive, often leading to unintended consequences. Intention, on the other hand, is deliberate, focused, and guided by a clear vision. One purposeful tap of the chisel won't instantly reveal the breathtaking masterpiece hidden within the stone, but thousands of deliberate taps, each carefully placed, will eventually unveil the stunning creation you were always meant to be. It's important to remember that small, poor choices also accumulate over time, subtly shaping your life in undesirable ways, snoozing that alarm, endlessly scrolling through social media, and indulging in unhealthy habits. These choices may seem insignificant in the moment, and they don't ruin your life overnight. But over time, they subtly build an identity that you may not even recognize or desire. The good news is that every positive choice you make is a vote for the person you aspire to be. It's a conscious decision to move closer to your ideal self. Taking just 5 minutes to journal each day is a vote for self-reflection and greater self-awareness. A refreshing morning walk is a vote for your health and well-being. These small wins, celebrated and acknowledged, build momentum and provide tangible proof that you are capable of change and growth. You're not just choosing what to do in each moment, you're actively choosing who you want to become in the long run. Consistency, not dramatic overhauls, is the key to unlocking real and sustainable change in your life. Your habits, both good and bad, are the underlying system that runs your life, shaping your experiences and determining your outcomes. So, start casting those votes one small choice at a time for the bright and fulfilling future self you envision. Purpose is your morning anchor, the bedrock upon which you build a fulfilling day. It's the guiding star that keeps you grounded amidst the chaos. Without it, comfort, that alluring siren song, and distraction win, stealing your precious morning hours and setting a passive tone for the day. A clear purpose, even a small one, gives you a reason, a compelling motivation, to choose the meaningful path, the one that aligns with your values and aspirations, even when it's hard, even when the climb seems daunting. Like a ship with a destination, charting a course towards a distant shore, you can adjust course, adapt to changing winds and unforeseen obstacles. When life gets stormy, when challenges threaten to capsize your efforts, your purpose doesn't have to be grand, a world-altering mission, just meaningful to you today, a personal compass for your daily actions. It becomes a filter for your decisions, a lens through which you evaluate opportunities. Does this help me fulfill my purpose? Does this align with what truly matters to me? With purpose, you avoid decision fatigue, the paralysis of endless options, and focus on what matters, channeling your energy towards your true north. Start each day with a purpose, a clear intention, and let it guide you towards a day lived with intention and fulfillment. You don't need a complicated routine to start your day with intention. Choose one small, non-negotiable habit for your first 20 minutes. Make your bed. It's a simple act of order and discipline. Drink a glass of water, replenish your body and mind. Take a few moments of stillness, meditate, pray, or just breathe. Write down one thing you're grateful for. Shift your mindset to abundance. Identify your most important task. Clarity brings focus. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Build your foundation one small brick at a time. Let your morning serve you. Every morning is a fresh start. Yesterday's mistakes don't define you. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. If you slip, get back on track the next day. Each sunrise is a new chance to choose who you want to be. Focus on winning today, not fixing everything at once. Start with one small, intentional act. Let that victory build a better day and a better life. When your alarm rings, see it as an invitation to begin again. Start with purpose.